So, what kind of Dokken news do you have, sir?
Okay. So, I mailed you this, but I didn't get any response. So I don't know if you got it or not.
Oh, about George?
No. This was I constantly get contacted with goofy requests.
Okay.
For Dokken.
Oh, you mean the letter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I got this letter in the mail.
This was a physically handwritten letter by way of snail mail.
It is a letter to me with an envelope with a letter to Don.
Okay.
And we'll decide if we want to read the letter to Don or not, based on this letter.
Yeah, I did not know what the content of the letter to Don says.
I don't know either. I have not.
Oh, you've not opened it, but he did give you permission to open it if you wanted to.
We'll do this on the air.
Okay.
I got this, and I've been holding it all week.
Obviously, we won't say who it came from.
No, we will not.
Okay.
But I got this letter, and this just proves we constantly get these letters from people they know that we know the rock stars, and they want us to reach out to them for them.
Yeah, exactly. In the chat room there. Is this Tammy?
No, it's not Tammy. It's the male version of
That's
Tammy.
what Demon says. Is this from Tammy? Oh, my God.
No, it is not from Tammy. But here's the letter I got. It says, Dear Aiken IT, great job with the new Dokken website design. I'm a marketing sales professional based in New York and also a major fan of Mr. Dokken and colleagues.
Okay.
I check out his site pretty frequently and really like the job you did for him. So that's nice. The way you have organized his albums, work, studio, live, solo, super easy to discover new items and find what you want. Again, that's nice, right?
Sure.
Bio, news, and the Dokken tube, all excellent.
Okay.
Could you please do me a favor?
And you go, do I owe you a favor?
I guess not. I guess I do because he gave me compliments.
Sure. Did you put up a PayPal link? That's what I want to know.
No, I did not do that.
Throw some money in this account and I will deliver your mail.
You know how much money I could make if I did throw a PayPal link up on Dokken's site?
Sure.
I would make some money there.
Right.
I know these rock stars value their privacy, but I am such a fan that I wanted to reach out with the enclosed letter for Mr. Dokken. And that is right here with a stamp on it, just waiting for me to address. No harassment or stalking, and you are certainly welcome to open it and read it. I just want to tell Don how much his music means to me.
Sounds like Tammy. I buy all your T-shirts, and I bought Dysfunctional, and nobody even knows about that record. And
I've only really been listening for the past few years. I also mentioned some of the venues he might consider playing should he ever make it out to the East Coast. This guy's ready to book him.
Well, again, this goes back to something we've discussed on the show many times.
Yeah.
Bands do not seek out the venues.
No.
The promoters seek out the band.
Right. The band says we're going to be on tour. Here's our itinerary.
Here's what it costs.
Right.
This is our itinerary. If you're interested in hiring us, contact us with the cash.
Yep.
And we'll come to your town or your shitty venue or whatever it is you want us to play, and we'll do that.
Exactly.
The band does not go, hey, let's play that club. Hey, let's play that city.
The band never does. Now, maybe our guy Fingers might stick his nose in there and say, okay, well, we're playing fucking Oshkosh. It's 300 miles that we're willing to travel tomorrow. You know, that'll take us
well, they'll schedule it. That we'll schedule if they can fit it into the travel schedule.
Right.
And it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So his last line is, could you please either write his address on the envelope and drop it in the mail, or just include my letter with the other material you might send Dokken, re his website, etc. Thank you, so-and-so.
So how many times have you sent snail mail to Don?
I will never do that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that the business you do with Don is A, either over the phone, or B, via email.
Yeah. I will send him a link to this podcast if he wants to know
Sure.
this letter.
Sure.
Because Don will throw this away.
I know he will. And he has told me specifically, don't share that kind of stuff with me anymore. I don't want to see it.
He does not want this shit.
Especially the Tammy thing.
Yeah.
We did send him the Tammy thing, and he specifically requested we never send him stuff like that anymore.
He hates this stuff.
Don't send that to me. I don't want to hear it or see it or read it.
Well, now here's the fun part. I'm holding in my hand now the letter, and it has the guy's name, and it says Mr. Don Dokken on it, and it has a stamp. And then he did a screen print of the little graphic I made that says Dokken News.
Okay.
He taped that onto the front of the letter, and he put on a little sticker thing with his return address on it.
Okay.
And then right over top of it, he wrote in parentheses real big, fan letter.
Oh, boy.
Now, what would Don do if he saw fan letter? This shit would not make it. He would throw it in the street.
And that's not making a statement about Don being too good to look at fan mail. No. It's just like, this isn't 1982 anymore.
You know what he would do if he saw this? He'd probably call the police that somebody has his address. Don't you think? Exactly. He probably would. Right. So, would you like me to read this?
I would love to hear it, really. I would.
All right. Let me open this up. This is a first-time play, because I haven't even read this.
Yeah, because it's in a sealed envelope.
Yeah, well,
it's been in a sealed envelope in a mayonnaise jar on the back of Funkin' Wagnall's porch for the last week.
Right. Here we go.
Okay.
Mr. Don Dokken, C/O, Aiken IT Services, Twinsburg, Ohio.
Wow, look at you.
This is not me. First of all.
Well, wait a minute. Do you need any music in the background at all?
No.
You don't need any kind of Dokken music playing in the background?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I really don't.
All right.
Distracted.
All right.
But first of all, he's representing it like I'm encouraging this.
Sure.
I'm not encouraging this.
Right.
That's why we're reading it on the show. Mr. Dokken. This is a 2-pager.
Wow.
Jesus.
I'm changing my mind, dude. You got to have a little music in the background.
All right.
This
is 2 full pages.
I know. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Congratulations on the 30-year anniversary, 2003 U.S. release, of your first album, Breaking the Chains, and for being such an important American rock and roll music force. Admittedly, I am a little late to the party, having just been listening to you for over the last 3 years or so. I was aware of your work, of course, but began to focus when a friend, an excellent bass player and singer active with multiple regional bands, recommended a closer listen. Well, now I am happily listening to your recordings and had to write you a note. Dude, please. I can't read with that fucking music going.
All right.
That shit off. I'm like stumbling all over because I keep hearing.
Just walk away.
Yeah, I hear like a little bit of fucking.
Be no more tomorrow.
All right. Here we go. Don, you are one of the best singers I have heard. Your fine tone and intuitive musical style and ear for melody and phrasing just blows me away.
Oh.
The quality of your vocals set you apart from so many other musicians. Your vocals, writing, lyrics, and leadership matched with tough, innovative hard rock and sleek production. Man, it's just the best.
Leadership. Wow.
That's what it says.
Wow.
Don, you're an American original.
Look at Razorfist. Just stalk away.
Wow.
That's good.
That is good. My main interests are in hard rock and classic rock. Jefferson Airplane, thanks for the Today cover on Broken Bones.
Okay.
The Doors with Jim's singing and great band musicianship. Steve Marriott, rest in peace, with Humble Pie. Steppenwolf, John Kay. And Alice Cooper, thanks for the nice words you had to say about him in one of your interviews. Mountain, Stones, and Cream. Do you think Don cares about any of this shit?
Well, I want to know where Dokken fits in there.
Well, because they did a Jefferson Airplane cover, maybe?
Okay. Well,
an Alice Cooper cover?
All right.
That's guessing. I don't know. All right. Continuing. And we got a lot to get through here. One thing I get from listening to your music is that you have no issues working with other strong musicians, even if they're a little high maintenance.
Like who?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
I just appreciate your being able to deal with that in order to produce so many legendary songs with whomever you choose to play with. You always play with good cats.
Okay.
John's a super guitarist. Love the drums with Wild Mick and DeGrasso, who I recall cut some great tracks with Alice. And great bass players. Hats off to those guys, too. It's super how you let them stretch and push the envelope musically.
Yeah, I'm sure, Don said, okay.
Stretch out, boys.
I'm stepping aside. Do what you need to do.
Stretch it out, guys. You have so many excellent, excellent albums and songs. I'll work backwards.
He'll work backwards? So he's going to go with the latest stuff all the way to earlier stuff?
I'm looking. Oh, no.
Is that what he's doing? Is he going from Broken Bones back?
Not completely like that, but this is just sad.
Okay.
Broken Bones album. Thanks for doing the expanded CD DVD music interview set. Empire. Thanks for speaking out about this mad violence. It seems every day a new atrocity.
Really? Do you think Don was trying to send a message with that?
He most certainly was.
Okay.
Broken Bones, the song, is another of your many masterpieces. And then right into Best of Me, another musical stunner.
Wow.
For the Last Time, Fade Away, wonderful writing and lyrics. So you with me so far?
Well, basically, he's given a recap of the record.
Don probably doesn't know any of this.
That's my point. It's just like, okay. Yeah, I had a hand in that somehow, but all right, thanks.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Let me go on to page 2.
All right.
Just another full page.
Wow. Go ahead.
In an interview, I think you said how much you liked Lightning Strikes Again. Me too. First one out of the box, the home run, Standing on the Outside. What a fine rocker. How do you do it?
Look at Demon. Psst. Neely sent this anonymously.
A sleek modern sound balanced with the strong drums that just pop.
Wow.
It's a great recording tone. I love how it starts, cutting in clean and then just builds with your vocals rolling in on top. Wow, this guy's good with some words, isn't he? Whoa, I feel it.
Let's hear the vocals rolling in on top.
Let's hear that. Pretty clean.
When I gave you the keys to my heart, you knew that I had.
Yep, was right about that. That vocal rolled right in over the top of the instrumental.
It was like a storm coming in over a mountain.
It was. I felt it.
It was something. Now he's going to write some more here. Give Me a Reason, Heart to Stone, Oasis, Judgment Day. I listened to these over and over again. And then for some reason he writes in Sunless Days, Escape. Neither were on that album, but okay.
Sunless Days was on Long Way Home, and
Escape
was on Hell to Pay.
And there was nothing good on that album. That's a fucking shit right there. You like anything on that record?
On Hell to Pay?
Yeah.
I like the song
Prozac Nation?
No. It's not. No.
That album sucks a fat dick.
No, I liked let me see here. I like Haunted.
Yeah, Haunted was all right. And Better Than Before or something like that, right? When
Don was trying to come up with a single for this, that was my choice, but they went with Escape.
Oh, really?
Yep. I remember I was sitting in my apartment at the time, and he called me up and said, "Well, you got the record. What's the single?" I said, "Haunted." He says, "Well, the record label wants to go with Escape."
Well, they went with Escape, though, didn't they?
Yeah, but he wanted my opinion. I wanted Haunted. Hail and Kill, caller, you're on the air.
Hail and Kill, don't hang up. Here's Tom.
Oh boy.
Say hello, boys.
Here's $80 worth, Tom.
I want to give my money on. If they don't like it, they can suck my dick. No matter, as long as they're soft and wet, I'll still take it.
Right. Well, you got.
They all act like princesses anyway. They ain't got the balls to do anything for themselves, so you gotta make them take it.
Right. Well, do you have it?
I forgot to request a song the last time I called in.
What do you want to hear, Tom?
Do you motherfuckers want to play a little Evil Beaver?
Evil Beaver?
Evil Beaver, Hands of Feet.
Who does that?
I don't know. They're shit chick band out of Canada, but I like them lots.
Okay.
They're like the Steel Panther, but for the female version of it.
All right.
You know, a girl band with the name Evil Beaver. I snap it, eats you all right up.
I'm not sure that we have that one, Tom.
I'll see if I can.
Oh, you can find it. That's great, Bob.
Well,
the name of the band is Evil Beaver?
Albums. You guys ain't never heard of them.
No.
Well, come on. So, I just told y'all that you're fucking hard as steel and so little, and you don't even know it.
I don't know this band, Evil Beaver. Are they a punk band?
Slightly a little punky, a little funky.
Is this them?
It's a big freaking whale on that guitar, like you ain't heard a big whale on the guitar.
Is that them?
Maybe. I got hit real good. I got my hair crying in the background.
All right. We'll look for it, Tom.
Shot. Hands or feet.
All right. I got it, Tom. I got it ready to go. So when we get out of this segment, I'll play it for you.
I know this is a little gay on the metal record, but you really want to know what has caught my fancy lately?
What's that?
There's these two Italian blokes. They play the two cellos. Have you heard of these two fuckers? They have two cellos and two dudes.
Is it Apocalyptica? Who is it?
No, they just play two fucking gay-ass cellos. But they play like Nirvana and a little U2 for the Icarus. And that's way better than the real U2.
Nice.
And they got a little AC/DC, some GNR, but they all do it on two fucking electric cellos.
Oh.
It's phenomenal.
Okay.
Don't know that one either.
Wow, you can come off how you want, but it's awesome.
Well, we'll have to look that one up too, Tom.
That's good. That's good. Well, I'll let you boys go, but just make sure you play a little Evil Beaver.
I got it pulled up. I got it ready to go, Tom.
There we go. Can't make a call. I'll get my shit played. Motorhead cries all the time that you don't play no Motorhead for Motorhead, but you always play what I want.
Oh, stop it. I play Motorhead all the time.
Only Motorhead likes Motorhead like everybody likes Motorhead.
Yeah, we love Motorhead.
Tell Motorhead he's got 160 fucking hours of the week that he can listen to any one of the discs that's sitting in his fucking house. Shut up!
What?
Him, not you. Tell Motorhead to shut up. He owns all the discs. Listen to it.
Yeah, choking coke down his throat. He always shoots the fuck up.
Yeah, he needs to shut the fuck up. He needs to be fucking brained in the back with the ace of spades. What do you think of that?
Yeah, you probably get up and try to stab me after that shit. I've brained him a couple times. You can't keep that Mick down.
Yeah, wow.
He keeps getting up. It's a part of the IRA mentality you've got. You just keep punching him and punching him in the teeth. But he keeps standing right up after it.
Just a typical dumb motherfucker, right?
Down. It's like us. You've been oppressed for life. You always get back up. They can't keep you down.
Right. All right, Tom.
Good evening, Chris. Make sure you play some Evil Folk.
I got it. I got it, Tom. It's ready to go.
Okay, let's hear it then.
Oh, all right, after this.
I'm not even hanging up till I hear it start playing.
All right, the second,
you
Tom.
boys, you Yankee bastards.
We'll play
Trying
it.
to pull a fast one on Scottish Storm.
We'll play it, Tom.
I don't believe you.
We will, I promise.
Okay, I'll let you go then, brother.
All right.
Hell and kill and all that shit, blue job. 'Cause I ain't letting no little teenage girl around my penis. Good night, boys.
See you, Tom.
Holy shit.
It says penis.
Penis.
All right, as you were saying now.
Let's get back to this letter. He continues.
Okay.
So many greats through the years. The Hunter, Unchain the Night, It's Not Love, Heaven Sent. Great intros, choruses, and musicianship on these powerhouses.
Right.
When Heaven Comes Down, Sunless Days. Too High to Fly. What a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
I love the studio cut. And then I see the live clip of you and Lynch in Indy. Wow. This is one of rock music's greatest songs ever. Ever.
Ever. Okay.
Again, great words and writing. Right up there with the Stones, Give Me Shelter.
Wow, really?
I don't know about all that.
Look at Mr. Scary. Hey, is this my letter?
I don't know that I would put fucking Too High to Fly up there with Gimme Shelter, would you?
I never even dawned on me, but I guess I'll have to think on that one.
Wow, that's a tough one. Again and again, your soaring and finely honed vocal. I'm sorry, this fucking guy found every way to fucking suck Don's dick.
I know, but the point, I guess the question I have to ask is what's the point?
I guess we'll get there. This is my first time too.
All right.
Again and again, your soaring and finely honed vocals working in tandem with the power crunch blues guitar and power bass and drums.
Everything's power.
Don, that's just freaking great. What a career and portfolio of work you have.
Wow.
I love the balance and care you put into every one. Your fans really appreciate it.
What, did he go take a poll or something?
I guess. So many beautiful songs, the ballads and the love songs. I love the acoustic and unplugged treatments too. Into the Fire and more. Really like the YouTubes of the 2002 band with John Norum in Hungary. So he's telling you he's a fan.
Apparently.
I circled this section for some reason, so let's see what he says here. He drew a circle around it. It's great you're still doing some live dates. Would you think about coming to Long Island? We've got 2 nice halls, among others. Westbury Music Fair is an in the round deal, maybe 2,500 seats. The Paramount in Huntington, a newly renovated music hall. Good acoustics. I'm just thinking how great you and your bandmates would sound in those mid-sized spots.
Nice. Hail and Kill Caller, you're on the air.
His thing about this to me is that he did to Chris and
your phone, your phone's really. Hey, Doghouse, your phone is really breaking up bad.
Okay, I'll call you back.
All right, go ahead.
All right. While the casual fan may always want more and more, where's the reunion, etc.? That's been years. Let's move on. Enough already. Just do what you want. I understand how tensions and disagreements may make a fraught situation. It can also result in the classic moments and creative push. Cream's arguments equals those dudes playing at the peak of their powers. The Who's fierely performances. F-I-R-E-L-Y.
Fierely performances?
Fierely performances. All I know is your records sound great. Thanks for all the great music. We have friends coming over tonight, and it will be fun to play them some Dokken. Regards, this guy.
Nice. Hail and Kill Caller, you're on the air.
Is it any better?
Much better.
Okay. The funny thing about this, in the outer letter to me, or to Chris, he acts like this is some life-changing thing that he just has to share with Don.
Well,
like it's this matter of...
He did say that he's a new fan. He's a Johnny come lately.
Yeah, but what I was expecting was maybe he would talk about, one of those deals. Well, like that phone clip you just played where the guy goes on about some shitty relationship he had and how Dokken helped him from slitting his wrist.
That was Andrew from Hair Metal Mansion.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, who is that?
That was the Maddest Hatter.
Oh, the Maddest Hatter, that's right.
Yeah, he's the one who had a husband who talked to Ace Frehley. Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
Why does it always come back to Ace?
And it's true. It always does.
It does. But as you were saying, Doghouse.
What is this, 6 degrees of Ace Frehley? Jesus Christ.
It is.
But, no, I mean, and here the actual letter that he attaches such importance to sending to Don Dokken, just getting into Don's hands somehow, some way. It's just, he's not saying anything. He's just kissing his ass. It's nothing.
Yeah, he basically didn't tell him anything aside from I'm praising you for your work.
Exactly. And, I mean, why would Don care?
See, but I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to tell you what this guy envisions. Okay. This guy thinks that Don's going to read this letter, and because it comes from me, it's a guarantee that he'll read it. Versus if he found an address to send it to or whatever. He thinks he's found the end to Dokken. And by finding the end to Dokken, Don will read this, and Don will be like, he'll write him back, and he'll say, hey, bro, next time I'm in fucking New York, come on out to the show. I'll leave some passes for you. You're my new pal. Guaranteed that's what this guy thinks.
I can tell you now, just from you guys' stories about Don and just from hearing him talk in interviews, I don't think he suffers fools. I don't think that's going to happen in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I know, which is why Chris doesn't normally pass that stuff along.
Never.
I don't even think Don would make it through the first paragraph and just be totally unimpressed.
Don wouldn't open this. I'm going to tell you now. I think
this guy might be an amateur rock journalist, just by the way he tries to, do all these reviewers speak.
Yeah, I could tell you now, just looking at this envelope, Don would see the little sticker that the guy taped on here with the screenshot of a piece of the website, and he'd throw this right in the fucking trash. And the fact that it says fan letter on the top of it, Don would never open this.
It's like sending a letter to the White House in a brightly colored envelope with glitter on it. It's a one-way ticket to the Secret Service.
It wouldn't shock me if Don fucking wrote "Return to Sender" on this.
It almost makes you want to send it to him anyway.
Well, I'll tell you a personal story here real quick, Doghouse, and this isn't specifically related to this letter. Well, I had this recording, and I think actually Chris gave this to me. Chris gave me this recording, I don't know, close to 10 years ago, where when Don was doing his solo thing, the Don Dokken project way back in the early 90s, they were sharing the same record label. I think it was either the same management or same record label with Tesla at the time. Okay. And Tesla was playing in New York City, or, the New York area. And Don happened to be in the area doing some kind of press or something from Up From the Ashes. And he did
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he did a little walk-on thing with Tesla, and he sang with Tesla. And I had it in the car with me, and Don and I were driving to Burlington, Iowa for a festival or something. It was L.A. Guns, Firehouse, Warrant, Dokken. And I said, hey, I ran across this thing the other day. And I said, so I put it in the CD player and I started playing it. He's just like, take that out. I don't want to hear that. He wouldn't even listen to it. He was just like, take that out. I don't want to even hear that. Just that quick.
Wow. Does his official recordings, does he listen to those when after they're out?
He doesn't even own them.
He doesn't even
give them to him.
Dude, I gave him the entire Dokken catalog. He didn't even have it.
He had none of
them.
them.
Does he listen to it?
No.
He needed it. He needed it for a project. He didn't need it because he wanted to hear fucking The Hunter. What was it? He was doing something and he needed access to the songs.
No, he did. He was doing Lightning Strikes Again.
Oh, that's right. And he wanted to listen to it so he could, write in certain keys or something.
Kind of recreate
He wanted to listen to it so he could remember what his band sounded like.
That's basically it. He was trying to recreate that sound, because the idea behind Lightning Strikes Again is that it recaptured the traditional Dokken sound. So he was trying to write that record to sound like old Dokken.
Right.
So basically,
despite the fact playing classic Dokken all the time on stage, he couldn't remember what classic Dokken.
But he wanted to hear it in the recorded version so he can remember a lot of the nuances that went along with the recorded songs.
I get it. I'm just busting his balls.
Yeah, I know, but believe me, it's a funny thing being a friend with these guys, because they just like, you know what? That was 30 years ago. I'm not interested in that.
Well, dude, think about your own life. How often do you go back and fucking, it's common knowledge that you used to drive a truck. How many times have you just fucking jumped in the car and drove your truck route that you used to drive 15 years ago?
Never.
That's the point.
Yeah, you just don't do it anymore.
And Don has to fucking live his job from 30 years ago every fucking night when he's on stage. That's enough. Yeah. You don't want to hear these fucking songs anymore. He's done with them.
Even me, I do a little bit of fiction scribbling for fun. I don't go back and read my old stories and shit. Not that much anyway.
That's the whole point. Nobody does that. Nobody does. As much as we all love what these guys do, it is their job. And ultimately, I always use the example of Aerosmith. I'm positive that when they were in the studio and they figured out fucking Dream On, they were like, holy shit, we created the fucking ultimate ballad of all time. And I guarantee you now, when they're up on stage and it's at the end of the night when they fucking fly in the fucking piano to play it or whatever, those guys are just like, oh, I can't wait till these 4 fucking minutes are over. Guaranteed, because they've played it fucking 10,000 times. They're sick of it. I gotta imagine Don can't stand In My Dreams. I don't know this to be true. Maybe you do, Neely.
I don't know that either.
I can't imagine that in the real world he likes it. I can't imagine that he ever wants to hear fucking Just Got Lucky again. I can't imagine that he wants to hear, Into the Fire or Alone Again or any of those tunes. I'm sure he's tired of them.
Well, we know Phil Lewis hates Sex Action.
Of course. Dude, all of these bands hate the songs that they had to play. Without fail, every band hates their biggest hit. I know no band that has had a big hit 20 years ago that will ever say, I love that song. I still love it today. I've never heard a band say that.
Janie Lane would say it right in public.
Yeah, of course. Janie was like, I hate fucking Cherry Pie, and if there's any way I cannot play it in a gig, I will. And he was bold enough to do that on some of those warrant gigs. Once he fired the band, he was bold enough to not play Cherry Pie at warrant gigs. And people would boo him.
Well, all I can say is this guy is fucking delusional. And you notice he uses sales speak by always he keeps using Don's name all the time,
right,
like he's speaking to him.
Sure.
Trying to establish this connection with this stupid letter just by writing Don. But he does have the correct spelling of fiery, F-I-E-R-Y.
No, it wasn't F-I-E-R-Y. It was. Oh, where was that at?
I think
Firely. F-I-R-E-L-Y.
Firely.
Oh, Firely. Okay, that is fucked up.
Is that a real word?
As a former English major and spelling bee champion, I am incensed.
Well, I mean, I wrote a book, and I don't know the word firely. Is that a real word?
Maybe you meant to say firefly.
Well, that would make.
What do you Google? Sense. Did you mean firefly?
I don't know what he meant here. Firely. Can't find it now to see what the context was, but
firely playing that song.
He meant it as an adjective. So no, I think he meant fiery.
He meant they played it with a lot of fire.
Yes.
Yeah, he played it firely.
Wow.
Well, fuck all that noise.
Yeah.
Hail and Kittle. Fuck you, pal.
All right. Well, interesting read, Mr. Aiken.
So that's the kind of shit that I deal with by being Don's.
I had no idea that you were going to read that tonight, but
the guy gave us permission.
I know. I saw the letter to you, but I didn't know that you had thought about opening that up and saying,
why not?
Let's just read it.
You know what? If it was anybody else, if it was somebody, truthful, I'll put this in context. If this was John Levin, I would never even have read the fucking letter.
Sure.
That says, if it was John, I would have packaged the whole thing up and sent it to John.
Right.
But I know Don.
Yeah.
I've had 100 conversations with Don. You've had 1,000 conversations with Don. This kind of shit Don would be mad at me.
Yeah. It's like,
if I sent this to him, my phone would ring. He'd be like, dude,
don't send me that. Don't send me stuff like that. I don't want to hear it.
And that's not even how it would start. You know how the conversation would start?
So what the fuck is this
How long
shit?
have you known me? That would be how it would start. He'd be like, dude, how long have you known me? And, I'd be like, 12 years. Like, in those 12 years, have you ever known me to need fan praise?
Right.
Tell me I'm even a little bit wrong on this.
That's true.
That would be how Don would be. He would be like, don't you ever send me this bullshit again.
Yeah, don't send this stuff to me, please.
Ever. So there you go.
I just remember the whole Tammy thing. When we shared the Tammy thing with him, he says, dude, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, well, dude, he made fun of her on Rockline.
I know.
That was the best. She called on Rockline after calling us, and he made fun of her.
He's like, hi, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy. And he knew right away.
Hi, Don. This is Tammy. I love Don. I love all that you do, and I feel your pain in your music, and I know you're going through a lot of changes now, as all are. I just wish you would feel me on this. I buy all your T-shirts, the Dokken T-shirts. I was just wondering, in the song Alone Again, were you referring to anyone in particular in that song?
Thank God for Wheezy.
How did Nathan from Kentucky get this guy's mailing address? Do you see that? He got it.
I'm looking at it. Where
Huge erection.
Oh, huge.
Huge erection. From 6969 Wanker Street in Long Island.
Right.
He got it. How did he know?
Hi, Don.
What do you want?
I love you, Don. You know, I love you,
Maybe just tonight.
and I wish you'd call me back.
No, I can't. No.
Love you, bye.
I love that one.
I love how he just intermixed her voice in with, no, I can't.
Play that one again. That's the best.
No, I can't. I love you, Don. No, not tonight. No.
That is so fucking funny.
Hi, Don.
What do you want?
I love you, Don. You know, I love you,
Maybe just tonight.
and I wish you'd call me back.
No, I can't. No.
Love you, bye.
I love the phone rings and he goes, hi, Don. He goes, what do you want? I love you. No.
It's not love. That's my favorite part is when she goes, love you at the end, and he goes, it's not love.
I like the phone ringing, though, and she goes, hi, Don. He goes, what do you want?
That might be Wheezy's best work.
Oh.
Does Wheezy do that one?
Yeah, he did that one. Of course he did.
That might be his best. I've forgotten how funny that one actually is.
This is my favorite part right here. Listen.
Hi, Don.
What do you want?
What do you want?
That phone rings twice, and she's like, hi, Don. What do you want?
God damn it.
I love you. You know I love you. No.
Me.
No. You can't have me. Love you. Bye.
That is so good.
It's hysterical.
God damn, that's fun.
I love Wheezy's work, man.
I do
He
too.
comes up with some funny shit.
And I'll tell you what, for better or for worse, it is sometimes really fun to be kind of wedged into this place where we get some of this goofy shit.
Right.
Oh, man.
And I appreciate people's appreciation for
Any band.
any band and stuff, but man, just check yourself.
Yeah, you know, you're not 15, and B, it's not 1984.
Exactly.
And C, when it was 1984, they didn't read this shit.
Right.
You know, all this, what does this guy think? He's in the fan club? That fucking, he sends a letter and then Don's going to invite him to gigs? I mean, that's what this guy, is that not the vibe you get from this?
I think so.